Well, that was fabulous. British Birds live in session with Mr. Rykin, which, as Bobby just said, is the name of the album. So some of the questions tonight will be rhetorical, but not all of them. And so when did the band actually start? Because before we get any further, I need to say thank you very much to Howard. I was under the impression my mate Howard had seen you playing live, but he'd not. He just heard the album. I've just been in touch with him. And so he put me onto you in the first place. Big style thank you to Howard for that. But yeah, so when did the band start up? Because I hadn't heard of you until around about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we were probably. I'd say we probably started about June, July, so not too long ago.
Right.
Emma's our newest addition. She's only been with us for a month or so.
Right, she's the Ronnie Wood of the Rolling Stones, and the new participant.
Hype girl.
Yes.
Okay, you don't look like Ronnie Wood, but we'll have to take it for now anyway.
I've had all sorts of comparisons, so...
I bet that's the first time you've had that one, though,
Yeah.
eh? You can rely on me for that kind of thing, don't worry. And so were you all in bands around the Chorley area before that, and all kind of just merged?
Yeah. I've always played in bands. Lou, and I met Lou through playing in bands as well. I've been in Cactus Knife previously, and I was also in a band with Ellie when we were about 18 years old.
Right, and you're only 19 now, so that's not going back
Last
that much.
week, yeah.
Yeah, funnily enough. And so, we were talking about this. I did just throw out there, and it was in the back of my mind somewhere, but somebody had to remind me that we were looking for other artists or bands from Chorley, and somebody did immediately come in with John Fox, who is probably the most famous son of Chorley in a musical style, unless I'm wrong. So what other bands or artists have come from Chorley?
Probably all of Bobby's bands.
Yeah, it's a good question.
If you don't know the answer, then there's probably nobody to go at, is there?
No.
Right, okay.
Just stick with British Birds, I reckon.
There's the bass player from Cutting Crew from the 80s.
Oh yeah, Dominic Finlay.
Really? Cutting Crew, what was their song?
In Your Arms Tonight.
That's the one. They've probably made enough money out of that to retire, have they? So that's fair enough. Okay, and so we just mentioned there the title track of the album, Mr. Rykin. So who or what is Mr. Rykin?
Mr. Rykin was a name I created on a beach in Greece when I was about 4 years old. Just one day I decided that I wanted to be called Mr. Rykin, so...
I've been calling you Bobby all night. I feel foolish now. That's just stupid. So that's been a long gestation period for you, hasn't it, with that?
Yeah, I mean, the album, the record is really self-reflective, and it's the song is about trying to find your old self.
Right.
Which is quite a depressing scene, that song, where my family are appealing to the public because they've lost their son.
Ah, right, okay.
So,
right,
yeah.
that is heavy.
It's gloomier.
Right, okay. All right, we best move on then, I think, from that. So the album, where did you record it and who did you record it with? Is it a self-produced item?
Yeah. I mean, it started out in a studio, lockdown happened, and sort of evolved into being a DIY project in many different places, many different countries even, I'd say.
Right, okay.
Yeah, just it started. I ended up bringing a studio into my own living room, 8-track, reel to reel, and then it just grew and grew and grew, and then I ended up bringing Lou in doing the drums.
Well, he's a Man City supporter, so that was a good move.
He started out as a solo album first, though. And like me and Bob had been in a band previously, and then I think Bob made it pretty clear he wanted it to be a band album rather than a solo album. But like most of it, it is kind of like Bob's songs. But like the newer stuff that we're going to play a couple of tunes of tonight, they're like more wrote as a band, you know. So similarities there, but there is differences.
Right, okay, excellent stuff. Okay, and who did you, Bobby? Did you come up with the name British Birds?
I think I did, yeah.
It was off a book I got you for Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay. Because I was trying to work out other bands that you could go on tour with. Just bear with me. I am this tiresome. There's Robin, right? Yeah. There's the Pigeon Detectives, Swans, Counting Crows, and the best one I could come up with is Ty Segall, which is kind of playing with the a little bit, but you know.
Mark, what about the Eagles?
No, we don't talk about
Come
the Eagles on here, mate. So, is he a Don Henley in waiting? He's not got a tank, has he? Do you know Don Henley out of the Eagles collects tanks?
No, I knew Lemmy did he?
Well, no, he had kind of a paraphernalia, I think. No,
yeah.
Don Henley collects tanks, and do you know there was one band that he bought their tank off them, and do you know which band that is?
Oh, I think I do. Is it?
Go on. Starter for 10. You don't win anything.
Does it begin with M?
No, it begins with S. And then the second word is F, steady. And then the last letter is A, S-F-A.
I'm sure I know this.
Well, I'm gonna.
Sorry.
Super furry animals.
That's it.
Oh, no way.
Turn up to festivals in it and that, don't they?
Yeah, they used to until they sold it to Don Henley. Anyway, we digress, or I do anyway. So the 20th of March, you're playing Sydney and Matilda in Sheffield. The 23rd will be Sunbird Records in Darwin. The 18th of April, The Social in London. The 26th of May, Sunbird Records in Darwin. And then the 1st of June, Grand in Clitheroe. And the 21st would be the Nimbus Festival. Where's that?
Oh, actually, I think the dates moved for that one. It's a bit of a, yeah.
Okay, so see local press for details.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
have just added another exciting one in Glasgow as well, which is Homeworks EP launch at the Hug and Pint. That's the 30th of
30th,
March
yeah.
as well.
Great.
With
Well,
the
after
chords.
tonight, I mean, you know, I'm not joking. You are great, so you'll get loads more gigs. So we won't be able to keep up. But anyway, thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it. You got 2 more tunes to do. So what are they? In what order?
We've got Open It, Close It Up, and then we've got My Bar.
Okay, great. Well, British Birds live in session. Thank you.